last time was a disaster because the vertical sides of this mold were way too thin. And so this time I'm going to make a mold for the back half of the same speaker. I'm using the foam here as a spacer because there's 1 inch between each of the hemispheres, and I'm going to leave 1 inch between the hemispheres and each of these vertical walls that somehow I thought the part should have, so that it can't flex in the dimension of the row of the 3 hemispheres, if that makes any sense. So this first layer of silicone is Dragon Skin 10 from Smooth On, and I'm using that in the first layer or two because I can put that on fiberglass parts that are made with polyester resin, and I don't get cure inhibition. By contrast, if I use the cheap budget silicone from Amazon directly on the fiberglass parts, it'll have cure inhibition, and so the silicone right up against the fiberglass won't fully harden. And it takes your expensive materials and makes a big goopy mess that you're just going to have to spend a day cleaning off of your part before you can do it again. These subsequent layers with the colors mixed in are the cheap silicone, because once this is coated with the dragon skin, I can put as many layers of the cheap silicone on as I want. And I'm also using a timer. I mix the silicone and I wait 24 minutes before applying it. And it's going to harden. By then it's started to get a little bit more viscous, and it's going to harden in the next 5 minutes. So I can keep brushing it upwards onto the part until it thickens enough that it doesn't run right back off. So that's the technique. The cheap silicone has a lot less viscosity than the Dragon Skin 10, which is really nice. It self-degasses and, levels very easily. These colorful little plugs are key features that will eventually lock the silicone into a fiberglass shell that goes around it. And cleaning up your mixing stuff with silicone is real easy. You just wait for it to harden and it peels right out, usually in one big piece like this. And this is what it looks like at this point after 1 week of work, and 2 gallons of silicone have been put on this at this point. I'm going to put more silicone on and the key features and stuff before a fiberglass shell. But this is probably a 1/4 inch or close to it in the thinnest spots, and just under a 1/2 inch maybe, where it's glopped really, really thick.